Following up on that session on the ease of investment in Sri Lanka, let me invite Mr. Suresh Dimel, Chairman of the Export Development Board, to address you on Sri Lanka's export strategy and sectors in focus.
Sri Lanka's export strategy and sectors in focus. Ayubowan, our strategic vision is Sri Lanka as an export hub driven by innovation and investment, guided by 4 strategic objectives: to have a business-enabling, predictable and transparent policy and regulatory framework that supports exports. 2, to strengthen Sri Lankan exporters' market entry and compliance capacities. 3, to become an efficient trade and logistics hub. 4, to drive export diversification through innovation and by strengthening emerging sector exports. Improved business environment through state-of-the-art logistics, market intelligence, trade information and promotion, national quality infrastructure, innovation and entrepreneurship. 6 focus sectors have been identified for innovation and investment: information technology, business process management, electrical and electronic components, boat building, nautical tourism and related infrastructure, processed food and beverages, spices, concentrates and essential oils, and wellness tourism. Investment opportunities, I will focus on the 6 sectors that are thrust sectors: information technology and business process management, increasing IT-related graduates by expanding tertiary and vocational learning and introducing distance learning programs, set up universities, foreign satellite campuses in Sri Lanka to enhance advanced skill levels and local R&D capability, increasing the offer of KPO services, enlarging the market outreach to provide BPM services and technical support to large multinational corporations. Investment opportunities in electrical and electronic components manufacturing. Sri Lanka has become a key player within the South Asian region, which is a hotspot for electrical and electronic manufacturing. We have a young and tech-savvy workforce with specialized training in electrical manufacturing, and together with good logistics connectivity, makes Sri Lanka a promising location for the sector. Furthermore, this sector has already created a large number of employment opportunities within Sri Lanka. The salary scales are more attractive than other manufacturing industries. Therefore, a large talent pool with highly trainable youth and skilled professionals in the form of design and manufacturing engineers are available. Sri Lankan EEC companies can plug into global MNC supply chains, develop joint ventures, and act as contract manufacturing companies doing more design-driven work in Sri Lanka. They can relocate component manufacturers to Sri Lanka to make use of the skilled and inexpensive workforce, focusing on specific product lines such as specialized low-volume, high-value circuits and systems, passive components, electromechanical components, and interconnection devices. Investment opportunities in boat building, nautical tourism, and related infrastructure. We require a full range of services and infrastructure for boat building and boat repairs. Docking, assembling, refitting, maintenance, storage, and refueling for various types of boats. Expanding production of our recreational boats and yachts for export to EU market and emerging regional markets such as India, Maldives, the Far East, the Middle East, and Africa. Nautical tourism infrastructure. We need boathouses, ramps, docks, refueling stations, marinas, and marina services for yachts and pleasure boats. Investment opportunities in processed food and beverages. Post-harvest technology, cold rooms, storage, processing facilities, packaging, and transport. Agricultural extension services such as tissue culture labs, e-agriculture, digitalization, geographical information systems. Strengthen backward integration into supply chains, including establishment of export processing villages or zones and export houses, transfer of technology and skills, and building infrastructure. Training on innovation, agriculture technology. Good agricultural practices, good management practices, fair trade, and best practices with a special focus on ecological and organic farming. Furthermore, we need to develop new products, value-added health foods, and superfoods. Investment opportunities in spices, concentrates, and essential oils. Establishment of export houses again, for market linkages, post-harvest handling, processing, drying, sterilizing, storage, GMP, GAP, fair trade, and technology skills transfer. Improved technologies for adding value to Sri Lankan spices. Technologies for minimizing post-harvest losses. Packaging, organic certification, mechanization such as for weeding and cinnamon peeling. Promote spices as a crop rotation mechanism to encourage production by farmers in non-spice cultivating areas. Investment opportunities in wellness tourism. Establish long-stay wellness resorts. Develop strong quality assurance mechanisms for existing German and Japanese markets. Diversify into new markets such as the UK, Scandinavia, Russia, Eastern Europe, and business cities of the Middle East and the Far East. Diversify wellness from Ayurveda-based products into new products such as Shinrin Yoku and herbal gardens. Establish training schools to enhance authentic traditional knowledge as well as to develop new products. The National Trade Facilitation Agreement. Sri Lanka as a WTO member has ratified the Trade Facilitation Agreement in 2016. The Trade Facilitation Agreement entered into force now, and 2/3 of the members have domestically ratified a protocol of the amendment and notified the WTO of their acceptance of this protocol. Implementation of the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement has the potential to increase global merchandise exports by up to $1 trillion per annum. according to the WTO. TFA implementation boosts cross-border trade, thereby creating favorable trading environment. Investors can benefit immensely out of this TFA. It's simple, efficient, transparent, and cost-effective, harmonizing the trading environments internationally. Sri Lanka has already implemented key commitments, such as establishing the National Trade Facilitation Committee, where all relevant border agencies are represented, establishing the Sri Lanka Trade Information Portal, establishing electronic payments, inquiry points in every border agency, and a number of expedited shipping and clearing, etc. By establishment of rapid scanners at the Colombo Harbour, and then establishing the National Single Window, now in implementation stage. Other advantages to invest in Sri Lanka. We are strategically located as a central hub to trade routes. Easy connectivity, reliable and quality manufacturers, EU GSP Plus and UK GSP Plus concessions, duty-free access to 7,200 products to the EU, market access through free trade agreements, FTAs, SAFTA, IFTA, PSFTA, SLSTA, and APTA. Indo-Lanka Free Trade Agreement, duty-free access to India for 4,000 products. Pakistan-Sri Lanka FTA, duty-free access to Pakistan for 4,000 products. Our current service exports: logistics, marine and offshore engineering, light engineering, construction services, education, financial services, BPM and BPO, lapidary, and tourism. Marine resources, fisheries. As an island with a territorial sea of 21,500 square kilometers and an exclusive economic rights for an ocean area 500,000 square kilometers and a coastline of 1,340 kilometers, Sri Lanka has a rich supply of fish and seafood. The fishing industry plays an important role in Sri Lanka's social and economic sectors, and the country is home to a large fisheries community who reside along the coastline. The country combines new technology with traditional knowledge and skills in maintaining quality and sustainability in the fishing industry. Current marine fisheries exports: frozen and processed fish, tuna species, yellowfin and big eye, giant trevally, Spanish mackerel, wahoo, swordfish, dorado, etc. Crabs, shrimps, prawns, lobsters, mollusks, and then the farm-grown shrimps and prawns, farm-grown barramundi or sea bass. Inland fisheries. Sri Lanka has 103 perennial rivers, of which 23 river basins are larger than 500 square kilometers. Of the total area of about 280,000 hectares of inland water bodies, 160 hectares are lakes and ponds, while the rest, 120 hectares, consists of lagoons and marshlands. Inland reservoirs and tanks usually carry water all year round. At present, the inland water fishery is primarily for domestic consumption. Export aquaculture farm-grown products include freshwater shrimp and prawns, tilapia and barramundi, and ornamental fish. Current industrial exports: apparel, which is 50% of our merchandise exports, coconut-based products, rubber-based products, plastics, gems and jewelry, mineral-based products, pharmaceuticals, boat building, petroleum products, electrical and electronic equipment. Current agricultural exports: tea, coconut, fruits and vegetables, cereals, coffee and cocoa, processed food, beverages, spices, essential oils and oleoresins, and animal feed. Sri Lanka has a very high quality, ecological, organic, and single origin food. Sri Lanka was colonized for its spices in ancient times. Spices, herbs, essential oils and oleoresins, true Ceylon cinnamon, black and white pepper, cloves, nutmeg, mace, cardamom, vanilla, ginger, curcuma, turmeric, spice mixers and condiments are all the best in the world. Superfoods, moringa, jackfruit, soursop are very popular these days. Value-added teas, herbal teas, value-added coconut, such as virgin coconut oil, fruits and vegetables, traditional rice, processed food and beverages. We saw growth even during the pandemic time in this sector. The top 10 current export destinations: United States, United Kingdom, India, Germany, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, China, Canada, and Turkey. Foreign exchange earnings in 2019, we saw almost $16 billion worth of exports. 2020, the export community was quite resilient in achieving the 16 million, almost 14 billion exports for the country during the pandemic. Sri Lanka Export Development Board, established as the executive body of the Export Development Council of Ministers, headed by His Excellency the President of Sri Lanka. The Sri Lanka Export Development Board, known as the EDB, is the apex organization responsible for development and promotion of exports, while playing the role of a policy advisor, advising the government on national export development policies to create a conducive environment for exports, role of monitoring the performance and function of the export sector, as a promoter, implementing product design, market, and other development programs to promote Sri Lanka's products and services, facilitator, serving as the focal point of export development, facilitating and coordinating export development activities with all stakeholders, and as a knowledge provider, providing advisory services and information with regard to all aspects of export business and advisory assistance to exporters. Today, the EDB has gone beyond its original responsibility as a trade promotion organization to multiple layers of countries' industrial, agricultural, and service export ecosystem, playing the role of a mentor and a facilitator in reaching new markets and identifying market and industry trends. EDB also creates opportunities for Sri Lankan small and medium enterprises to expand their businesses internationally, to earn foreign exchange and provide employment. EDB offers consultant services to SMEs located throughout the country and sponsors training programs designed for exporters and potential exporters. EDB's knowledge of the global and Sri Lankan marketplaces and the characteristics of multiple industries helps Sri Lankan exporters to expand their exports into appropriate markets. We work with 20 advisory committees to gain the industry knowledge, which are comprised of over 100 private sector members. We also work with foreign missions, local and global, to get the market intelligence we require. We are there to support exporters and investors to invest in Sri Lanka. Thank you.